Bedrock is an online program with Michael Farinloye, your engineer on radio. And on this program, engineer Michael Farinloye, your engineer on radio, and other building professionals will come together to provide solutions to issues that are related to construction, engineering, real estate, security, and built environment in general, with the intention of some people live and work in a safe, conducive, and comfortable environment. Join us on Facebook Live every Friday by 4 p.m. on the Bedrock with Michael Farinloye Facebook page. For sponsorship and adverts or inquiries, please call 070-31-37-37-69. Once again, 070-31-37-37-69. The Bedrock on Facebook Live. Join us now and learn from building professionals.
Yes, our viewers, our followers throughout the globe. This is another episode of your podcast, The Bedrock with Michael Farinloye. It's a podcast where we enlighten and we educate our followers and our viewers on issues and solutions to build environment. What are the issues? What are the encounters that we might be facing in built environment? We talk about it on this podcast, and we also provide solutions to them. Not only that, we also bring to our notice business trends, current business trends for us to invest. So that's why we have bring this podcast together for your benefit. Every Friday like this, 4 p.m. West African time. So I welcome you to this fresh edition. I remain my humble self, Michael Omowale Farinloye, your engineer on radio. I'm your host. And on today's episode, we want to talk about what we call value of survey plan. Value of survey plan. And I want to encourage us to be part of this episode. Feel relaxed, because I tell you, there is a lot to gain on this episode. A lot of things will be pointing out and pointing our mind to that we usually don't put our mind on. You will be getting used to it this very evening. By the time our guest will be enlightening us on so many things that we don't know about survey plan this very evening. I'm happy to tell you that our guest is already with us this evening, like you can see. He is the head of department, that's HOD, Surveying and Geoinformatics, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. Ile-Ife is in Osun State, like I usually say, and Osun State is in Nigeria. It's no other person but Dr. Caleb Olutayo Oluwadare. Esa, you are welcome on this episode of the podcast, The Bedrock with Michael Farinloye.
Thank you very much for having me to be here with you in today's program. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Is somebody, it's one of my mentors, let me just put it that way. We have been together in the days of Kolila or Koliniron. Some of my people will understand what I mean by Kolila or Koliniron. Is another discussion for another day. And is somebody that is so enlightening and so powerful when it comes to knowledge. And is going to be talking to us on survey plan this very evening. Once again, you are welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So to start with, because of our time, I want to put it across to you when we are talking about survey plan. So people who don't really understand most of all these documents, people just hear about it, they don't really understand. So for today, we are talking about survey plan. I know there are still some other documents when it comes to land acquisition, but today we are talking about survey plan. So what do we really mean by survey plan, especially to a layman that is not a professional at all? What do we mean by survey plan, sir?
Okay, thank you very much. Survey plan is the document prepared by an expert based on when I mean expert there is surveyor. not just what people call surveyor outside there, but surveyor that is recognized by the Surveyors Registration Council, the Law Council of Nigeria. So that's the second. So the survey plan is a plan that's produced by an expert, by a surveyor, based on the observations, measurements he has made in the field. And he has to represent it, that measurement and observation on a paper, such using a suitable scale that will be able to bring what is on ground to paper, and so that everybody can interpret, you can understand what is on ground, even when you have not visited the ground, the site. So survey plan is a representation, or it's a representation rather, of the situation at site. So it's drawn to scale and having the all necessary components that is required of that plan. You know, there are sometimes people mix, take a sketch instead of in place of a survey plan. So what is not drawn to scale is not a survey plan.
Survey plan.
It's just a sketch. So survey plan is drawn to scale, and we are representing the parcel of land on paper. So that is a survey plan.
Thank you so much. I love the way you have put it. That is, there's a difference between a sketch and a survey plan. A survey plan is drawn to scale. You can easily say this is the shape of the land, then this is the breadth, this is the length, this is where there is a bend, and the rest like that. I love that. You know, I said at the beginning of this episode also that there are so many things we call survey plan at times that is not survey plan, and there's even some other document that our people don't know, and at the end of the day they might take any document anytime and they will think it's survey plan. But I love the way you have put it. Without wasting our time, I want to ask, a survey plan helps an architect to maintain available space accurately in his design. That is talking about the way the shape is, the way it is to measurement. Okay, from here to here is so meter, from here to here is so meter. A survey plan will help in that aspect. Can you please expatiate more on this as an expert in that line?
Okay. Survey plan speaks volume, and it speaks precision. We talked in surveying, we talk about accuracy and precision. While sketch is drawn not to precision, you cannot really depend on the sketch to guide you. It will misguide you. It will mislead one. But on survey plan, you can scale. You can check on your plan. You can check on the survey plan that this is the length of a side of a boundary, and when you get to the boundary, you go there and check it exactly on ground. It should be accurate. So when you talk about for a survey plan to assist an architect to maximize available space, you know, when we are looking at economy of space now, a surveyor will help in that area by giving you a survey plan, and the survey plan will show you the shape of the land. The shape of the land, possibly we have the adjacency, maybe there is river, there is stream, there is road beside it, and what is that, the shape of that land in relation to those the adjoining boundaries. You talk about that survey plan also will show you the size, assuming the area that is an architect want to design on, maybe they call it 500 square meters, but in reality it's just 400 square meters. If the survey plan misleads and you have 400 square meters and you are designed 500 square meters building, definitely it won't hold. It won't hold. So, so in that case, when you have survey plan, the architect will be able to plan his work, look at the setback from the road, setback from the fence, Where can we put a soakage pit? Where can we put a septic tank? Where can we put all those things? We'll be able to maximize. Where can we live for recreation? For ventilation. The survey plan will give you the size, the shape, the orientation. If you don't have the orientation, you just draw like that, and the building is backing the direction of wind. That discomfort in that house. But based on the orientation of the survey plan, showing the north, the true north, when somebody gets to the field, they can carry out orientation, can orient and say, okay, this is how this building should face, and not going to be against the direction of the wind and all that kind of thing. So the survey plan will give you all adequate information you need regarding the area in terms of acres or in acres or square meters. So it's going to give you the size, and not only that, it's going to give you the now that's survey plan that area. You may want to go further. Maybe I will talk about that later. But for now, the survey plan will show you all of this, and will show you who did it, who the surveyor that did it, because the surveyor is liable to even to the work he has done. Is liable is responsible to the society. So if your surveyor does your survey plan and you are aggrieved about this, you can seek redress at court. You can. So a surveyor puts the appended signature on the survey plan, telling you that wherever you want, any problem that arises on this work, on this survey, is ready to defend it. So that's why when court matter arises, a surveyor has to be called upon as a legal expert, witness, a legal witness. So, he comes to the field, to the court, to give his own opinion, to give his what has found, and he has to defend the survey plan he has done. That is why it is very important for anyone who is going to contract his work out for a surveyor must get a qualified registered surveyor who will able to, if there's issue on it tomorrow, the surveyor will come able to stand in as an expert witness in this matter. So those are the thing about here. But with survey plan, it's always very very good to guide. And let me say something again. That's beyond survey plan now. Because when you say survey, it depends on the client who will say, okay, I just want the survey, just give me the 2D, 2 dimension, the length, breadth, and that was all. But beyond that, architect will need something to design. You can have the same size of land at a location, and at that location, let's say 30 by 15 or 30 by 15. That's
meters.
100 meters here, by 100 feet by this one, by 60 feet,
60,
or 50 feet. You may have the same size of land at a location, maybe called Osogbo, another one at Osogbo, at Lagos. The same size, but they may not be the same topography, the same relief, in terms of the height and the elevation. So if you say, okay, architect help me to draw this one, I want to use that same drawing prepared by my architect at Osogbo, and for you in Lagos, there may be problems, because when you get to Lagos, the terrain may not be the same. You may need cutting, filling, and all that. So it is always right when you have survey plan being prepared, you request as well that you need the topographical plan of that, and that shows the relief, the water, the stream, all that thing. So once that is put into consideration, the relief, it will aid the architect to plan, adequately, to consider those things. You may also, in that case, it will save you cost. You'll not be cutting when you don't need, and when sometimes you cut and you go and buy earthwork again to fill. To fill again, you remove sand here, you sell it, and after selling, you score at another place. You need to fill again. Survey plan topographical will give you every detail. When you remove from here, keep it, because you are going to fill it there. But when you don't have the knowledge of the topography, You go and buy, you sell earthwork at 5,000. You go and buy it at 50,000 naira because you have not planned very well. So it's always good. It is always wise. And in addition to the survey plan, you have to prepare the topographical plan as well, showing the relief of the terrain.
Thank you so much, sir. It's like you are giving us the value of survey plan already. I love the way you put it. That that means apart from the length and breadth, topography of the area of land is also part of what the survey plan will show. Am I right, sir? Or are we to request for it?
Yes.
Are we to request for it separately?
Yes. When we say survey plan, it's a generic name.
Okay.
It's a generic name, very broad.
Okay.
But what many of us to understand is this cadastral survey plan. So when you say survey plan, we engineering plan for engineering purpose is also survey plan.
Yes, you are right, sir.
So that's why I said a survey plan is a survey kaida, and it's a plan prepared as a result of the original site survey. And it depends on what you are looking for at the site. It depends on what you want to use it for. When you go to the site, you capture the terrain as it is. Now, somebody wants to use it for cadastral for purpose to get CFO, we can use it for that way. Somebody wants to design on it for road, we do that. Somebody wants to design power line on it, we do that. So somebody wants to design a dam, industrial estate on it. So your own is that you have gone to the field to capture what's on ground. So for different purposes now, people cannot begin to use that survey plan. So, and if you don't make requests that I need the topographical plan, which is going to be done separate, because you don't expect that after somebody gives you survey plan, you say, what about the rights? You say, no. We said you not request for that. If you request for it, we normally advise our clients to request for it, and then you have to pay separately because there is a cost. There's still a costing for the plan. So they are charged. They cost them differently.
Okay.
So for those who know the value of that topographical something, they will request for it. Sometimes you get to a piece of land, it's like a hill, hill. And you'll be having about 10 meter difference within a small land. And in that case, you can't go ahead. It's very risky for you to go ahead and be designing on that. Or you will waste money, not spending money, because you can spend money, invest money, and you can waste money. This one, you are not going to spend money, you are going to waste money. Because yes, there was a particular work in the Disney one on campus there. They have done that. They have started building. They got midway. They were hooked. They couldn't go further. And what happened? They now had to call me, and I had to go there and say, okay. And I told them the difference between this level and the other level is 4 meters within the small proportion of land. So they have to change the design midway.
Okay.
They have to change it. What they intended to build at the beginning was not what they built or what they completed at the end of the day. Because they have to now readjust to fit into according to the topography.
Topography of that area.
It's wiser to be, it's better for one to request for, especially when you have a very rough terrain, it's always wise for someone to request for survey, for topographical map plan, in addition to the
survey. Okay, plan. Okay. Topographical survey plan, then cadastral survey plan. Oh, thank you so much, sir.
So,
okay.
Now, again, on the area of the issue of the values now, for ownership, you want government to also support you that this thing belongs to you. You want to, when you need survey plan, you can use now. Now, I'm now narrowing it down to cadastral survey plan now. Okay. Cadastral survey plan, I leave for topographical something. Cadastral survey plan, if you have, you want to get a certificate of occupancy, for instance, now, you cannot process it. The first document they are going to request from you is your cadastral survey plan.
Okay.
And yes, and your signature, the signature of the surveyor is there. The cadastral survey plan shows the boundaries, the pillar numbers on the boundary, and the actual measurement. It should be there. So it is based on this that the government will determine, calculate what is the fee, how much you are going to pay, you know, for in the processing, based on the size, the area. When you don't have the size, you don't have the area of the land, then you cannot determine the cost and the shape and all that. It is through the survey plan, the government will be able to chart and say if the land fall into an acquisition area, the government acquisition area, and if the government cannot give you land that belongs to him again. So if from your survey plan they can chart, you say no, it's wrong. So that is another place you have to go for. It's not this one. Because and with the survey plan, you're able to chart, and the government will not be able to, government cannot make mistake to give two people survey certificate of occupancy on one parcel of land. It is through the survey plan we're able to know this one ends here, this one starts there. And also survey plan will help the designer, you know, may want to design layout, you want to divide the whole place into a series of plots. It will aid the designer to design into a plot. For other uses, for design generally, by architects, by town planner, by engineers who are designing power line extension, all those things. Engineers, you know, water engineers, everybody want to design dam. All of these ones, they need survey plan as the basis. You can't design anything or nothing. So you have to design on something. So it is the basis, it's a foundation, it's a bedrock. It's the bedrock. Without it, whatever you are doing, you are just wasting your time and your money. So, and also, another value of a survey plan is that it can help in dispute resolution. Possibly people are fighting on ground, on land, and they say, okay, the surveyor, the court will order them, go and do the survey. A says this, my land gets to this place, B says this one gets here, and the encroachment, they encroach, and they say, then you take the surveyor there, they'll carry out the survey here as you have designed. This is my own boundary, yes. The other one, B, says this is my own boundary. And the surveyor will have to bring out the plan, and the two of them will show the two of them and show the area of the conflict. We had A overlaps B, and the common something. So now, without judge getting to the field, you can, and in addition to you can decide who owns what, who owns the land. And at the end of the day, you cannot have a compressed survey that will get everything together. So that is that. And another thing why you need survey plan is that sometimes I remember someone had a CFO, had a land in around 1972. 1972. This person left chief is in Ibadan. And after 30, 40 years, you know, he now said, I have a land in Ife, but I don't know where it is again, but I have a survey plan. I said, okay, bring the survey plan. And having the survey plan, it has coordinates out of this thing. I have to trace the land for him. And I told him, come, this is your land. This is where your land is. If he had not gotten the survey plan, sorry, that land is gone forever. It's gone forever. So for future recovery of land, you need survey plan. And sometimes as well, people can be fighting. They'll say, oh, these people are going to deal with that. They will remove the survey plan. They remove the survey beacon. They throw it away. Let them throw away the survey beacon. Let them remove the pillars. Don't fight with them. When they go and they say, okay, you can retrieve, you can recover, surveyors will reestablish those beacons that have been removed accurately again with the help of the survey plan. So let me stop there for now. Yes.
So I know there is a lot of values that survey plan hold. In short, if I allow you, you continue to talk because there is a lot of it. And I want to believe our viewers have been able to get very, very much tangible points about survey plan. Esther, I want to ask before you go on the episode for today, I want to ask after buying a land that a survey plan is necessary to be done? What is your advice about this?
Yeah, I would advise people want to buy land. after you have been shown the land, it's always advisable before you even pay. Carry
Okay.
a surveyor along. Because once you
Okay.
pay, your money is gone.
Gone.
And even if you say you not discover that data that this land is not to be bought, you can't recover that money. Or even where you're going to get it, you get it in peaceful land. So before, it is advisable before anyone buys land, when you contact an estate surveyor who takes you to a place one to buy, you have to cross-check. Is the land falling into acquisition, government acquisition in the area? Is the land genuine? All those things. You have to make a proper investigation before you pay for that land. And after that is done, you do proper agreements with the people, the owner of the land, and based on the information required on the agreement, you can proceed with your survey and go on with the survey plan. So that's advisable.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for that, sir. Then to get a survey plan, yes, this is another question for you, sir. To get a survey plan, what are the required steps?
Yes, you get the surveyor, the right surveyor, engage the right surveyor. The right surveyor, having got your agreement in place and all that, then you get a surveyor involved, and the surveyor also will show him the boundary of the land you want to survey, and possibly if the adjacent owners, you can call them so that you can agree on the point, so that you know that after you have put the pig on, they say no, we bring it to fight. It's always better to agree with your neighbor, the adjacent person to you, to say this is where my boundary is and all that. So the surveyor knows it, and you go ahead and you do the survey plan and prepare the survey plan for you. I think that's all that area.
Doctor, thank you so much for coming on this very podcast for today, because doctor still have some other things to do, so I will have to be relieving him at this very point. But before you go, sir, your final advice for our viewers, that is one. Okay, before your final advice, how do we recognize or identify an original survey plan? Then you now give your final advice within 3 minutes, so that we be able to allow you to take your leave for other engagements.
Yes, it's advisable when you have a survey plan. As you have a lawyer, as you have a medical doctor, possibly family, get a surveyor who can also be your family surveyor. Let me put it that way. So who sees himself as your family member, so that anything that has to do with land, get that person called. You can see better, because not everybody that can recognize his original survey plan. The more you see, the more you look, the less you see. So, but if a surveyor, if you bring a survey plan to me, I can easily, based on all my information known to me, I can easily tell you, is this wrong? This is not going to be genuine. And another thing you can do is that you can go to you can confirm. You can go to the registrar, to the office of the Surveyor General, Shogo, or wherever it may be located, to inquire, take that survey plan to them and find out, is it original? So they will help you to check on the archive, and they will tell you it is original or not. So that's it. Even when a surveyor has done it for you, maybe a survey you engage with, you don't know, and you say, this survey, don't argue, just go with that person's knowledge to find out, is this survey original or is it authentic? And when you get there, they will tell you it is original survey plan. So that's what I can say about that now.
Your advice to our viewers, sir, especially on this survey plan, sir.
I will advise you, whatever, before you build your house, carry out proper survey. So that you then, at the end of the day, because for legal purpose, we go and build on the land, and they say, no, we are not asking you to do something. Just carry your building and leave our land for us. So you know that kind of thing. You see, we are not fighting for you. Just carry your building away from us. It's not
which is not possible.
It's not possible. So definitely you have completed all the investment. So it's always wise to lay a good foundation. So as you lay your bed, you lie on it. So lay a good foundation. Survey plan is there, like lay a good foundation. Keep your record of your survey plan, so that you can be sure that whatever you are doing again on it is not going to be a waste. So don't cut corner. There are people who go ahead and build houses without their survey plan, and they still do this. At the end of the day, that person will have himself to blame. So always advise. My advice, in addition, again, is that when you have your survey plan, ensure that you always also request for the topographical plan. That for future design to maximize space, and at the end of the day, you will save yourself from all kind of embarrassment, and you will save costs. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. I have been engaging discussion on value of survey plan with HOD, that's Head of Department Surveying and Geoinformatics Department, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife in Osun State. That's the person of Dr. He's a surveyor. So Dr. Surveyor Caleb Olutayo Oluwadare. Thank you so much for coming on this very episode of the podcast, The Bedrock with Michael Farindoye. And I believe, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, that is like a mentor, is a mentor to me. And is somebody, a very busy man. You can see that this podcast is one of the shortest podcasts we have been having for some time now, because he has an engagement that he has to return to immediately after he left here. So I have to just allow him to go. And I believe any other time we call on you, you will be there to reckon with our invitation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Our regards.
Thank you very much.
Our regards to your people. So
thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So our listeners, our followers, our viewers, thank you for joining us on this episode for today, where we have talked about value of survey plan. And I want to believe we have all gained a lot on what has been told by Dr. Caleb Olutayo Oluwadare on today's episode. I used to advise us, let's go back and rewatch this episode. I usually do that so that there's no knowledge loss. We continue to gain knowledge if we give ourselves to relearning process. And I want to believe this is an opportunity for us to know more about value of survey plan. So let's go ahead and rewatch this. And not only that, it has been a benefit for every one of us. Let's also try as much as possible to reach out to others. And how do we do that? By sharing this episode so that others will also benefit from what we have discussed on today's episode. And if you have any comments, you have a contribution, you have a question, you can send in through the comment section. You are free to do that. And like I usually say, if you are not yet our followers on our Facebook page, please go ahead and follow us for more updates. And also on our YouTube channel, subscribe to it for more updates. And if you have any professional advice that you need from us, DM us, inbox us on our Facebook page, The Bedrock with Michael Farindoye. So this is where we will be calling it a day till next week, Friday again, when we'll be meeting on another fresh episode of the podcast, The Bedrock with Michael Farindoye. I remain my humble self, Michael Omowale Farindoye, your engineer on radio. I'm saying bye for now.
The Bedrock is an online program with Michael Farindoye, your engineer on radio. And on this program, engineer Michael Farindoye, your engineer on radio, and other building professionals will come together to provide solutions to issues that are related to construction, engineering, real estate, security, and built environment in general, with the intention of some people live and work in a safe, conducive, and comfortable environment. Join us on Facebook Live every Friday by 4 p.m. on The Bedrock with Michael Farindoye Facebook page. For sponsorship and adverts or inquiries, please call 070-31-37-37-69. Once again, 070-31-37-37-69. The Bedrock on Facebook Live. Join us now and learn from building professionals. Tegri Associate Limited is a registered company with the capacity to give you the best of services. Tegri Associates Limited in a wide range of areas ranging from design, costing, construction, site supervision, development and delivery of homes and public infrastructures. Our team of construction professionals offers a single source solution for all construction related needs, be it restoration, site preparation, facility or infrastructure renovation and the likes. We are also into real estate. We have the experience and personnel to provide the highest quality construction on schedule and within budget. We support clients from project inception to the commissioning of the fully operational facility, transforming clients' dreams into reality, and offer deep professional advices in arriving at the best possible results. Client satisfaction is our ultimate goal, and we serve with integrity and focus. Tegri Associate Limited is registered with CAC Red number 6978970. Head office 30 Olufemi Ajayi Street, College Bus Stop, Ifakuijaye, Lagos State. Osun State Office House 31 Ifesowapo Quarters, Zone 6 Agric Opa, Ilefe, Osun State. Telephone 09166193114. Website www.tegriassociateltd.com.ng.